Welcome back from spring break. Today, this short video presentation will be on adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing radicals. We've already done a little bit of this. Adding radicals is just like adding like terms. 5x plus 2x. We add the coefficients and we get 7x. 5 radical 3 plus 2 radical 3 equals 7 radical 3. All right, just like having like terms. If you had 5 radical 3 plus 3 radical 2, you'd be done. You can't do anything to that. All right, let's look at a couple more quick examples of adding. 6 radical 2, 6 radical 2 minus radical 2. Just treat this as if there's a 1 in front of it. 6 minus 1, 5 radical 2. My handwriting must have gotten bad over break. If we have fractions, 2 radical 3 over 3 plus 5 radical 3 over 2, we need a common denominator, just like always. So we'd multiply top and bottom by 2. Here we'd multiply top and bottom by 3. 2 times 2, 4 radical 3 over 6 plus 15 radical 3 over 6. Add them together, 19 radical 3 over 6. All right, that's all there is to know about adding and subtracting, except what happens if you have something like this. Radical 12 minus radical 27. First thing you look at them and you say, different radicals, different radicand. But radical 12 can be simplified. 4 and 3. Radical 27, 9 and 3. So we have 2 radical 3 minus 3 radical 3 gives me negative 1, or opposite of radical 3. All right? So always simplify first. Always simplify first. All right, multiplication. 2 radical 3 times 4 radical 7. And we've talked about this before. Square root of a times b, square root of a times square root of b, is the square root of ab. So we multiply this together, 8 square root of 21. If you can simplify first, simplify first. 2 radical 20 times 3 radical 45 that's going to be a mess. We don't want to go there. We don't want to take and multiply 20 times 45 and then simplify it. So we have 20 is 4 and 5. Square root of 4 is 2 radical 5 times 45 is 9 times 5. Square root of 9 is 3. Radical 5. 2 times 2, 4 times 3 is 12 times 3 is 36. Square root of 5 times square root of 5 is 5. And we get 180. Always simplify first. Always simplify first. And the last thing is division. And we had a video on this a long time ago, but we're going to do a little bit more with it. In fact, we're going to have another video tomorrow with it being a little more complicated. Remember, we cannot leave a radical in the denominator. So we multiply by radical 3 over radical 3, and we get 2 radical 3. 5 times 3 is 15. All right? Can't have a radical in the denominator. If you have something like 2 times, all right, 2 radical 63 over 7 radical 20. Don't multiply numerator and denominator by the square root of 20. Simplify. 63 is 9 times 7. So we're going to have 2 times the square root of 9 is 3 radical 7. 20 is 4 times 5. Square root of 4 is 2 radical 5. 2's will cancel. Might as well do it now instead of doing it later. And then we multiply by radical 5 over radical 5. I end up with 3 radical 35 over 7 times 5, or 3 radical 35 over 35. And that's as times there. All right? Last thing, and then we're done. Remember, if you have a fraction inside the radical, you can't leave it like that. Instead, write it square root of 1 over square root of 2, and multiply square root of 2 over square root of 2, and we get square root of 2 over 2. All right, that's it. Kept it under 9 minutes. Pretty good for my first time back. Talk to you guys later. Have a great day.